Hi, my name is Jessica from the fashion and beauty blog Jeans in a Teacup, and today I'm going to be sharing a FREDA Salvador shoe review. I have like 9 pairs to share with you today, so I'm really excited. So stay tuned. I also want to share that I have a discount code for all of you. You can use code 15Jessica for 15% off your purchase, so definitely take advantage of that. And here we go. Alright, so I'll just tell you a little bit about FREDA Salvador. If you're unfamiliar with the brand, they are a women-founded brand based out of Northern California. They hand make their shoes in family-run factories, mainly in Spain and El Salvador, and they are ethically made with responsibly sourced materials. So this is a really great brand to buy from. And I have to say, as an influencer, I've really enjoyed working with them. They are really communicative. They really keep me updated on everything that's going on. And I even had one of the founders email me and reach out to me about product releases. So I feel like they're a really involved brand. They are a small brand, and it's just really nice to support small businesses. So here we go. I will also share a little bit of sizing information with you, just to tell you about how my feet are, because I know it's kind of like hard to compare sizes when you're talking about feet. So my feet, I'm either an 8.5 or 9, depending on the shoe brand, across like all different brands. Yeah, my feet are very narrow and thin, so I kind of have a hard time like filling out my shoes sometimes, since they are very thin and narrow. Also, I think one of my feet is slightly longer than the other one, so overall I kind of have a hard time fitting comfortably into shoes. So when I'm talking about whether you should size up or size down, just keep my foot size in mind. I usually, always either go with an 8.5 or 9, so I'm not really sure what my true size is because it varies so much. But I will let you know how each of the FREDA shoes fits based on that. So here we go. All right, here's the first FREDA pair. So I just want to share that this is the packaging. It comes in this box, and with each order you get this lovely tote bag. It's really cute. So you get this in each order that you place. So I have quite a few of these bags. And my most recent pair of FREDA shoes is this pair. This is the HATTIE Fisherman mid-heel. Really excited about spring and can't wait to wear these sandals. It's made from a black calf leather, which is very soft. It really just like molds to your foot. I haven't worn these out yet because it's still cold here, but I have tried them on at home and they are super comfortable. I'm putting it up so you can see. These are so comfortable. These are probably the most comfortable pair of FREDA shoes that I own right now. I can't wait to wear them. The leather is just so soft. It has a padded footbed, which is really comfortable. These feel like wearing slippers. I don't even really feel like I have shoes on when I wear these. I love this wood black heel. It's not very high. It's like 1.5 inches. It's got a rubber bottom here, so you're not going to slip around. And yeah, it's just a very simple black sandal. This comes in other colors too. I believe a white leather and a studded white leather. And then if you're not feeling the heel, they also have a flat version of this sandal available in lots of different leathers. So I took size 8.5 in these, which is my normal FREDA Salvador shoe size. Pretty much all of my pairs from FREDA are 8.5, except for one pair of boots, which I'll share later. But one of the reasons why I really like FREDA shoes is that I found the sizing to be really consistent. All the shoes kind of fit differently, but they all still fit when I order size 8.5. So I really like that because I know that it's just going to fit. I don't have to like return a bunch of pairs to try to find my correct size. So 8.5, these run true to size. I would take your normal size. So once you find out what size you are in FREDA shoes, you can pretty much order that same size across the board with all of their shoes, because I have 8 pairs and they are all size 8.5. So I think that's amazing. So yeah, this is probably one of my new favorite FREDA shoes, the HATTIE Fisherman mid-heel. All right, the next pair that I have is the light halo loafer. This is also a recent release. This is part of their Renew leather collection, leftover leather collections, and what they did was they took leftover leathers from previous designs and created these shoes using the leftover leather. So they are definitely committed to reducing waste and sustainability and stuff like that. So I think that's great that they were able to use leftover leathers to create these shoes, and they are super cute. Just really a nice update to a normal loafer because of all these really cool details, which is what I love about FREDA shoes. They all have like really cool details. So this has all of them. It has the studded welt, which is these studs all the way around the shoe. A lot of the FREDA shoes have this, and I think it's really cool. It has this leather strip across the heel, which is a fun detail, and then it has this brass halo across the front, and then stitching up here. It's just a really gorgeous loafer. Yeah, so I have the 8.5 in this as well, so it's running true to size for me. It does have a more narrow toe, so if you have a wider foot, you might want to take your larger size, but like I said, I have a narrow foot, so usually these narrow toes are okay for me. So just keep that in mind. I haven't gotten to wear these a ton because they are newer for me, but they are not super comfortable, definitely not the most comfortable pair of FREDA shoes that I own. They actually might be the least comfortable pair that I own because I wore them without socks for the first time, and I did get some blisters on my toes. The leather is definitely stiffer than the black leather sandal pair that I just showed you. So I think I just need to break them in a little bit more. But wearing them with socks really works for me. They aren't uncomfortable when I wear them with a light sock. So there's that. Keep that in mind. These also come in a black leather, but I thought this tan embossed croc leather was really beautiful. What else? This is probably something that you might want to be aware of. This brass halo here kind of oxidizes and rubs against the leather, and it makes this like black mark against the leather. Doesn't really bother me because I don't mind when shoes get like marks and stuff on them, but if you like your shoes to be perfect, you might want to be aware of that. It does leave this mark, although I was able to take like a jewelry cleaning pad and buff it out, but it's just going to keep coming back because the brass is going to keep rubbing against the shoe, but it doesn't bother me. And yeah, I think these are a really like chic pair, and I've really liked wearing these with blazers and jeans. I think they look really cool. So there's that. Next up we have the ELBA penny loafer. This is a really classic loafer. It's based off a traditional penny loafer, but with some FREDA updates. It has a notched welt, which is different than the studded welt, so that's a really cool detail. Goes all the way around the shoe. It's made from a black spazzolato leather. Black spazzolato, I'm not really sure how you say that, but it's kind of shiny, kind of like a patent leather, but I don't think as shiny as patent leather. And it's a stiffer as well, sort of like the light halo loafers that I showed you. It is just a classic loafer. It comes in a couple other leathers. It might be sold out right now, but you can get on a wait list. Yeah, these are really comfortable too compared to the light halo loafers that I just showed you. These are more comfortable. I think it's because they have more room in the toe. It's a rounded toe. It's not as narrow as the other loafers I just showed you, although I am still wearing the 8.5 in these as well. And I think on the website it suggests that you might want to size down a half size if you have a narrow foot. Like I said, I have a narrow foot and my regular FREDA size works for me. So this is an 8.5, and I can wear this with or without socks. I haven't worn it like for a very long period of time, so I'm not sure if these would be comfortable walking around in all day, but for the light activity that I do, they're fine. They don't really hurt. I haven't worn them a ton, so I could probably break them in more and they would be a little bit more comfortable as well. But yeah, if you're looking for a more comfortable loafer, definitely check out the ELBA. This is a classic pair. It looks good dressed up or down. So highly recommend this loafer style. Next up, we have the JUANA Slingback Moccasin. I got these a little while ago, so this color is not available right now, but it is available in a black embossed croc, so very similar. And if you like this color and style leather, I believe they have similar shoes in this leather. I believe they have like a loafer that kind of looks like this, except it's a full loafer and not a slingback. So you can still get a similar style right now. But this is the slingback moccasin. To me, it looks more like a loafer. So it kind of has the similar design like up here as the ELBA penny loafer I just showed you, except it doesn't have a back. It has this adjustable strap back here, and similar to the ELBA, it has the notched welt all the way around. It has a very padded footbed, and then it has the like rubber lug sole, which I think is a fun update to like a traditional loafer. And these are also very comfortable. These are more comfortable than the ELBA or the light halo loafers that I just showed you. Feels very comfortable walking on, I think because of this, you know, thicker lug heel, lug sole, and then the padded footbed. So a very comfortable shoe. Can wear these with or without socks. I usually wear them without socks in the springtime and even in the summer. So yeah, very comfortable. I am wearing the 8.5 again, so I think it's running true to size. And yeah, I think that's about all I have to say for this pair. Yeah, so there's the JUANA Slingback Moccasin. Here we have the Keen Mule. I've had this pair for a while. I think I got it last spring or summer. And yeah, I love this style because it is a really soft, flexible, woven leather. I thought that was pretty cool. It's like a natural leather, so I don't think it's like dyed. It kind of looks like undyed, but anyway, it's woven, so it does have like perforations or holes in this part. This part is closed up, but yeah, it does have like some breathability because of the woven leather, and it's got the signature studded welt on this pair. It has a padded footbed. It has a stacked heel with that leather detail strip across the heel, which I love. So some really cute details on this. And this is just a fun style to wear in the spring. I like the textured woven leather look, and these are obviously easy to slip on, so it's a great shoe to wear like on the go. You could wear these with socks or without socks. I usually wear them without socks, and I'm wearing 8.5, which is my usual size. It does have a more narrow toe, so if you are really in between sizes or you have a wider foot, you might want to take your larger size. But for me, I took my usual FREDA size, which is 8.5. And they fit fine. I also like that they have a little bit of a heel, so I feel like my foot doesn't slip out because it's kind of like pushed to the front. With flat mule styles, I feel like I'm kind of like always sliding out of them, so I like this little bit of a heel to kind of keep my foot all the way in. So yeah, I really enjoy wearing this pair because the leather is really flexible, so I feel like it's going to like mold to your foot over time, and it will loosen up. These are all genuine leather, so I feel like after you wear them for a little bit, they will loosen up, especially this pair because the leather is already pretty soft to begin with, so you can keep that in mind. Since my foot is narrow, I think I do have a little bit of a gap between like the top of the shoe and where my foot is, so I don't really fill out the back here, but they still are fine for me. They are not like slipping off, and I can wear them comfortably. So there's the Keen Mule. All right, we are over halfway there, guys. A couple more pairs to go. This is the LIBBY Dorsey sneaker. This is like FREDA's signature shoe. They offer a lot of this style sneaker in different leathers and colors and year-round. So this is one of their best sellers, I believe. I got mine in a stucco suede color. And this is, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this. I'm not really a sneaker person, and I was worried about the slip-on style. I was worried that my heel might slip out because I have narrow heels as well. But I was pleasantly surprised with this sneaker. I'm wearing the 8.5, which is, like I said, my usual size in FREDA shoes, and they fit perfectly. So I can wear them with or without socks, which is awesome. It has these Velcro straps, so they are adjustable, but you could also just slip them on as well. I just noticed it says, "You are perfect" in the tongue right here. I didn't know it said that, but that's really cool. Anyway, it has a hard rubber sole and it's kind of thick. So the website says you might have to like break them in for a little bit to get them like more comfortable, but they felt really comfortable right out of the box for me. I will say after wearing them like all day, I did get a little blister on the back, but I probably haven't worn these a ton, so they could probably use a little bit more breaking in. But the suede is really soft and comfortable, and when I wear them with socks, I don't have the problem. They feel really comfortable as well. Since my foot is narrow, I did have to like pull these Velcro straps as tight as they would go. And so I get this like little overhang of the straps right here, which I don't love, but I kind of had to tighten them like that so they would stay on. But overall, I wore these a lot when I first got them because I feel like as far as sneakers go, they're a little bit more unique and a little bit, I don't know, like feminine maybe. So I tend to wear these more often than regular sneakers, and I feel like they look good with skirts or dresses as well. And this tan color is very versatile, so I can wear it with a ton of outfits. So yeah, I would definitely suggest one of their Dorsey sneakers if you're looking to update your sneaker collection. All right, now we're getting into some of the winter shoes. This is a newer release from them this winter or fall. It's the BROOKE boot, and it is a BROOKE rain resistant boot, so you can wear these in the rain and kind of like all weather boots. It is a suede, but it's still water resistant, like the water will just bead off of these. And I was so surprised because these are extremely lightweight. When I pulled them out of the box, I couldn't believe it because it looks like a chunky boot, but it is so light. I think it's lighter than any of my other FREDA shoes. Like, I think it's even lighter than these sneakers. Like, it's insane because it has this really thick lug sole, but it's a lightweight rubber. And yeah, so that just makes them like really comfortable because you want to wear like thick chunky boots in the winter, but often it makes you feel like your foot is like super heavy. So these are a great option if you want a lightweight, comfortable boot for the winter time. I wouldn't say that they're super warm, so you're definitely going to want to wear like a pair of thick socks with these. But I found that I took my usual size, which is 8.5, but there is a lot of room around my foot. So while I don't think I could size down because then the shoe length would be too short for my foot, I do have to wear a thick sock for these to get like a secure fit. If your foot is wider, these would be a good boot option for you because I think it would be very comfortable. And if you have a narrow foot, you can just wear really thick socks. So there's that. And yeah, I've worn these a lot, which is why they're like super dirty. I didn't clean them. Yeah, but they've held up pretty good. They have the signature studded welt all the way around. It has the elastic part right here, so they're easy to slip on, has little tabs back here and in the front. And this comes in a lot of different colors. So a lot of different options to choose from. I would highly recommend these as like your go-to fall winter boot for just like running around throughout the day. The only downside is it has like a really big tread here, I don't know what you call it, so I get a lot of dirt stuck in them. So like when I come inside, there's just like dirt kind of falls out of them, and like big rocks will get stuck in the treads too. But I also live in a rural area with like lots of mud and grass and nature and stuff, so I'm getting lots of nature stuck in my boots. So just be aware of that. They're kind of like my outdoor boots. I definitely don't like walk around inside with them. But yeah, I'm very happy with these. These have kept me comfortable all winter, so highly suggest them. Here we have the Ace boot, and this is actually probably one of my favorite FREDA shoes, and I just picked this up recently this winter. It is giving me like ice skating shoes vibe. I don't know, but it's just because of the contrasting laces, which is why I really like this pair. I like the brown suede with the white laces, and then this cool grommet detail down here. And I just thought it looked really cool. And it is a brown suede, I think similar to the Brooke boot that I just showed you. It has the studded welt, and it has a taller stacked heel, I think, than any of the other FREDA shoes that I own, but it's still really comfortable. This is 2.5 inches, and yeah, I just really like the style of the shoe. And this is the only shoe that I've had to size up in or take my larger size. I said I'm either an 8.5 or 9 in various shoe brands depending on the shoe and the brand, but all of my FREDA shoes have been 8.5 so far, all of them, so I figured I would order the 8.5 in this as well, because the sizing note said that it has a narrow fit, so if you have a wide foot you might want to size up, but I was like, I have a narrow foot, so it'll be fine. It was too tight even for my narrow foot. So you're going to want to size up in this shoe because it is just super narrow. And I could squeeze into the 8.5, but it was just feeling really uncomfortable up here. And yeah, I exchanged them for a 9, and luckily the 9 fit perfect. So this is size 9, even though I feel like it could be an 8.5. So yeah, but other than that, it's really comfortable because the suede is really soft, and I really love this shoe. I think it looks really cool with the white laces. I would highly recommend this shoe. It's one of my favorites. I'm having a hard time picking out my favorite FREDA shoe, but actually this might be it so far. And yeah, so I would highly suggest these. This comes in a black leather as well. I don't think it's suede. I think it's just a black leather. So yeah, I really like this one. All right, I'm ending with a pair of boots that's no longer available, but just in case it comes back, I wanted to share. This is the Andy boot. It was actually the first pair that I got from FREDA. It has a cool lug sole. I kind of like the different materials that were stacked in the sole. It has like that big tread, and it's a black leather. It has the elastics here, so it's easy to slip on, and I'm wearing the 8.5 in this as well, and I just thought it was a cool chunky boot. I really like this, wearing this still. It is a little bit wider in the foot area, so I feel like their boots kind of have a little bit more, their chunky boots have a little bit more room in the foot area, so I do need to wear like socks with these if I want a tighter fit. And the only annoying thing about this pair is the big tread. Things get stuck in it, so I'm often like carrying like rocks and debris into the house. So this is kind of like an outdoor boot again. But yeah, other than that, I like the chunky vibe of these. So yeah. All right, that concludes my FREDA Salvador shoe try on. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions about any of these pairs, just let me know. I also have blog posts styling all of these shoes, so if you want to see how I style them, definitely check out my blog. I'll link that below. And yeah, I will definitely be getting more FREDA shoes in, hopefully, because I'm still working with them. And I will have more spring and summer pairs to share with you soon. I also want to remind you to use my code 15Jessica for 15% off your FREDA purchase. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.